Hi there, everybody. I'm Jennifer Angel. This is my weekly report. There's a lot going on this week in the star chart and planetary movement. So this is for the week of May the 15th, 2023. So let's get started. All right, so to start, Mercury, the planet of communication, creativity, and education, finally is going to come out of retrograde. Okay, so this is on the 15th, so right at the start of the week, and it's going to be on that day into what's called stationary direct. Okay, so keep in mind that the few days before and the few days after when Mercury is stationary direct, that's called the storm part of the transit. So that says it all. It's like the most disruptive time. So we're not quite out of it, but we're getting there. So I would give it a few days and we're to midweek if you've got any major decisions to make. Also, I have a full report on Mercury retrograde if you want to go along to my blog, jenniferangel.com, and also there's a video report as well where I go through and explain all the different, from the shadow to the storm to the stationary retrograde or direct, the storm and the shadow again, and I explain all that if you want to look into what that means, get a little more information on it. Now, on the same day, the 15th, action planet Mars will enter into a trine aspect with Neptune. So the trine aspect is like a easy flow, vibratory energy. It's like a path of non-resistance. And in this case, with Mars in Cancer and Neptune in Pisces, it's in water signs. The trines are always in the same element. So for this one, it's in water signs. So in that case, you want to really pay attention to just flashes of insight, the insight that just like, oh, where did that come from? And that's your intuition, because the water signs are highly intuitive. So you want to pay attention to that, because most likely that's going to be important messages that you want to notice and just reflect on, to see, excuse me, to see what it actually means for you. So the major planetary transit that's happening this week is with Jupiter. Now, Jupiter is the planet of abundance and expansion, and it will move from Aries to the next sign into Taurus. Now, Taurus is ruled by Venus, and the Jupiter-Venus energy work really well together, and excellent for manifesting whatever you want to, whatever you desire. Okay, but there are a few things to consider and to remember. So one, Venus Taurus energy is always more powerful, and you put Jupiter in there as two. It's always more powerful with a glass half full attitude rather than the glass half empty. In other words, you want to stay in your positive, stay focused on where you want to go, not keep laboring on the past. The more that we're in the past and we bring up and repeat and we tell our friends, oh, this happened, we tell another friend, then we keep ourselves stuck in that position. Okay, so you wanted to really work with this, Venus, Taurus, Jupiter energy. You really want to stay in that positive and stay focused on where you want to end up as much as you possibly can. And what you want to achieve, keep your goals in mind. Okay. Two, the Taurus energy likes to methodically work through things. So take your time. Don't be in too much of a hurry. This is the difference from Jupiter being in, Aries. It's more impulsive and, a little more sort of urgent. With Taurus, you can, take your time. Opportunities come in. Let's have a look at it. Is this for me? Is it a possibility or not? And, just start to sort of build things. And three, the Taurus energy also likes to build solid foundations. So security is important for Taurus. So the focus on, and it's not only just for Taurus, it's going to affect first of all, your sun sign, different, each and every sun sign is different. and it's going to affect where Jupiter falls within your, where this falls within and relates to your birth chart as well. But the vibratory energy as a whole is the same. It's just going to fall in a different area of your life. I hope that makes sense. All right, so the focus, and talking about that, so the focus is going to be really on love, money, and security, as well as your self-worth. This is the area of self-worth too. And so, first of all, you want to think long-term, not just what's going to serve you right now. And you want to sort of consider how worthy you feel of attracting what you want in life. And then, so in this position, it can be sort of halted by, you get that, you come back to that set point, you ever like, you get a little more of cash in, and all of a sudden you've got to do some repairs on something. So that's your self-worth coming back to that set point. So you want to take notice of that, and you want to feel more deserving. The way to do that is through affirmations, meditation, future casting. And I work with John Asraf like this. He's like amazing. And I'm actually an affiliate partner. So if you're interested in looking at what he's doing, go on to my website, jenniferangel.com, into the programs tab. Okay, there's lots of free stuff, so you can check it out and not make a commitment until you really feel it's is or isn't what you want. All right, so moving right along. So directly after Jupiter makes its move to Taurus, which is going to be around, the 16th, 17th, depending on where you are in the world, the sun will sextile, and the sextile represents like opportunities, possibilities. We love the sextiles. So the sun is going to sextile with the inspirational energy of planet Neptune. At the same time, Jupiter is going to square Pluto, which is a challenging aspect, and Mercury will sextile also with Saturn. So there's a lot happening this week for sure. So what does it all mean? Well, first, pay attention to the things in life that you love, the things that inspire you, okay? And anything that puts a smile on your face. Like it's hard to be angry and upset when you're smiling, right? And the more you smile, the more other people smile. It's sort of contagious. And because you want to stay in that positive energy as much as possible. And like, if you can like get to your happy place, whatever that happy place is. I sometimes think of my little puppy dog, Yogi. He crossed the Rainbow Bridge a few years ago. It gave me so much joy. If you've been watching me for a while, then you'll remember little Yogi. So whatever thoughts that take you to that happy place, music is great as well, just to help you, to stay in that positive energy. Next, you want to build solid foundations, for business, and as because the Taurus energy is very much, it's an earth sign, so it's about love, money, and business. And with everything else going on, Saturn is all about business as well. So, and you want to continue to notice, discover, and develop your inner wisdom, okay, your intuition. Finally, walk the high road, and this is the Pluto influence. So you want to stay within integrity, first within yourself and then with others. What does that mean, to stay within integrity within yourself? It means doing what is right for you, okay? And also noticing when you're setting commitments for yourself but not following through. Okay, so there's like a disconnect there when you set a commitment and then you don't do it. And so therefore you're out of commitment within yourself. Okay, so you want to be sort of, why do we do that? Sometimes we're setting a commitment to do something that we really don't want to do. Okay, so you want to sort of look at that and see whether that's the reason. Are you trying to do it for someone else and not for you? That can work, but you know, sometimes it doesn't either. So, you know, just sort of be mindful and more and honest about, you know, what it is that you want, and be realistic as well. Sometimes, you know, particularly if you're, you know, Capricorn like me, you just purely set yourself too much to do. That's, you know, more to do than is humanly possible in the time frame that you have. Okay, so you want to sort of be a little more realistic as well. All right, so moving on, the new moon. Yes, we have a new moon on the 19th in the sign of Taurus for the new moon. It means that the sun and the moon are conjunct at the same degree in the same sign. And so, you know, when the two are together like that, it's like, you know, you get this compounding of energy against more powerful source of energy. And a great time to go in, a great time to do an emotional checklist of once again, how happy you are in your life, you know, particularly when it relates to love, money, and security. You know, are you where you want to be? Do you need to do a course adjustment just to get back on track? If so, then watch for the opportunities, watch for chance meetings, then, you know, just see what's taking place in your life and what's turning up in your life. And this can help you just move in that direction. And this is some of the things that I focus on and love to focus on during with my coaching programs. So, you know, on the astrology readings, I have like a mini sort of coaching program there. But if you're really serious about coaching, then I have bi-monthly and monthly coaching, and you can get that on the coaching tab. Okay. All right, so right at the end of the week, over the weekend, the sun will make its move from Taurus and into Gemini. Gemini is a more fun-loving, creative, and communicative sign. And, you know, at the same time, the motivational planet Mars will make its move from the sign of Cancer to Leo. So it sits comfortably in Leo. I like it in Leo. And, you know, because the energy's similar. And so this makes it an excellent time for you to just, you know, capitalize and, you know, put together all the realizations that you've come to over this last period, because let's not forget that, you know, we've been in Mercury retrograde and we've had 2 eclipses, okay? Lots of realizations and self-realizations come out of all that energy. So this is a time really to take note of that, do some inner reflection, make some decisions of changes that you want to make in your life, and methodically, one by one, to start moving forward and, you know, putting that into place. You know, you want to be sort of mindful of what's happening, and more importantly, you know, be able to release. I mean, sometimes we just need to say goodbye to the past, whether it's a thing, person, situation, or whether it's a belief that we have about ourselves. It's like, enough, like, goodbye. I'm better than that. I deserve more than that. And, you know, when you can sort of release the past and forgive and forget, then really that's where the true transformation takes place. Okay, so I have been doing the reports for each sign after this report, but for this week I have a little more time, so I'm going to do them separately. Can't promise I'm going to be able to do that every week, but I'll go ahead and just do like a quick update separately for each sign. All right, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate you being here, and please, you know, subscribe if you haven't already, if you know, enjoy my videos, and pass it on. That'd be great. Thanks so much. Bye for now.